People, I'm gonna record this and I'm gonna post it on social media. Faudia, who did a lot of criminal activities, frauds, she's a lawyer and she's Palestinian, and Harut's entire attorneys that he worked with are Islamic from Palestine. His other lawyer who did marriage and divorce with him, Palestinian, fraud marriage. And then the second lawyer who did fraud, because when I was defending myself in Richfield, New Jersey, 1013 Alexander Avenue, Harut was abusing me and my daughter. That day was so I couldn't handle anymore. He's abusing us every single day. Every single day. You can tell, you look at his face, you know he's a pedophile and psychopath and a terrorist, and he's sick. He's a sick, abusive guy growing up without his father. Mother was being a terrorist. His entire family are terrorist organizations. They are across USA, in Canada, in France, all over, coming from Syria, Lebanon, Iraq. So when he was abusing my daughter so horribly, then I had to stand up for myself. I was writing something and I remember my pen, I scratched his hand. I don't know, it was poking his hand or scratching, tiny scratch. And then he called the police. Police came and then they arrested me. They did fingerprints and they took to the court. Police never asked me what happened. I wish I told them it was a self-defense. He was abusing me and my daughter, but I'm sure the police they didn't listen. They always listened to him. He had a Cuban police neighbor who was helping him, doing a lot of frauds. But these people don't know that he's a psychopath, a pedophile, and a terrorist who grooms children and who is abusing. He's a terrorist committing genocides against Christian people, Christian orphans, Christian families. Well, he was playing this type of psychopaths. They know how to play, and human traffickers, they play very well. No wonder he got away with everything. He's now about very old, 70 something, and he got away with everything. He was never jailed, and he was raping my daughter, not just me, but my daughter. So I stood up for my daughter and I poked him. He called the police and then they took it to the court. The lawyer, again, Palestinian, and they do a lot of frauds. They did frauds from his marriage lawyer, Palestinian, that lawyer, Palestinian. Now this Faudia, he's choosing Palestine. I don't know what. These are Islamic people. Maybe the second one, he wasn't Palestinian, but I know this Faudia, she has Palestinian face. Their forehead is bigger. They have facial, like out of proportion facial features. I know them. I live in New Jersey. Most of them are Palestinians in Fairview, New Jersey. They open businesses. So his attorneys are all Islamic. No wonder they do a lot of frauds. So that Islamic lawyer did frauds on the court, and I don't know what happened. So my fingerprints were there. Maybe FBI is looking at that. They don't even know what happened. I'm telling you guys what happened. This is my story. I never shared these things with anybody. I'm sharing it with you. I always had to stand up for myself. We were being abused 24/7, not by him, by his niece Ania Rakelian, by his sister, by his mother, his entire family, a terrorist organization from Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, abusing me and my children, me and my daughter, because we are Christians and we are Jewish. I'm Jewish, Christian, and they were hating me because of that. And he was abusing me. My ex-radical Muslim, he kidnapped me. I didn't want to be with him. 28 years older than me, and I was a teenager when he first raped me, and he was exploiting me in my own country. Before I came to USA, he continued doing that for many years. I didn't know anything. I was very young, innocent. I didn't know how to come out of that situation, and I was stuck. I didn't know anything, so naive, and I didn't have anybody on my side. My family members are all victims right now. My grandfather was murdered, my cousin was murdered. These terrorist organizations are being protected in USA. So this is the address that I used to live. I used to live in 1013 Alexander Avenue, Richfield. I'm going to tell you everything about me, nothing to hide. Why should I? I'm not ashamed of anything. I don't feel any embarrassment. I'm not ashamed. I don't feel Nothing. Why should I be ashamed? I didn't do anything. I'm so proud of myself. I survived ISIS in USA and I'm about to publish the book. So there is a fraud going on. After signing this divorce papers, this Harut Orion told me, listen to this story until the end. After signing the divorce papers, later on he's telling me his lawyer made a mistake. And his lawyer is this lawyer, Faudia. Something isn't right about this, right? That's the notary. Okay, so guys, I want an attorney to look at this. Hopefully you will get the chance. Please look at this, American people, American attorneys, because we don't want frauds in America, right? By you protecting me, you're going to protect a lot of children and innocent people. And we have to deport these Palestinians, these Islamic grooming gangs, these Syrian, Lebanese, Iraqi gangs, Christian or Muslim, they are all the same. So here we come here. Okay, pay attention, everything written in here. It's a deed. He told me there was a mistake by his attorney, and his attorney is Faudia Clemenza. Of course there is a mistake. She's dumb. She's dumb. She made mistakes. And they did a lot of frauds against me. Like frauds, making me sign papers, threatening me signing papers. After doing that, they told me there was a mistake. Now, this is about the deed, okay? August 10, 2017, that when my divorce was, and at that time I was already moving to Fort Lee, where my house is in Fort Lee. So this deed is made on 2017, August 10, 2017, between Harut Orion and Temin Orion, his wife, whose post office address is... So I used to live in this address too, 150 Anderson Avenue, 150 Anderson Avenue. The entire building is his building, right? It belongs to him, the entire building. Guys, I want you to read this and pay attention, attorneys and investigators. Hopefully somebody can come up and look at this. They did a mistake. So he was, after divorce, he came up with these documents. He's telling me there was a mistake. His attorney did mistake. They want me to sign these papers again. Because of the deed, I didn't sign. If they sign without my knowledge, it was a fraud. It's a fraud. Whatever they did, it's a fraud, guys. I didn't sign anything. He asked me to sign it again. He said his lawyer did a mistake. He was asking me, he was telling me, hey, I gave you money. Sign it again. My lawyer made a mistake. I said, no, I'm not gonna sign. I don't understand what the mistake was in here, because this is a lawyer. This is a job for an attorney. I didn't even read any of these things, okay? Until today, I didn't read anything, okay? There is a fraud in here, and I'm hoping there would be... Look, that's his lawyer. Faudia Clemenza. Hamid. Faudia Hamid. Okay, there was the deed, and here is the part of the deed. There was a mistake, so they are telling me to sign again. I don't think I signed it. I do have here signed, but I have that with me, but I don't think I gave it to him. I don't remember if I gave it to him. So they forced me to sign it again. I said, no, I'm not gonna do it. They said there was a mistake. I don't know what's happening. They are cheating. See, law offices of Faudia H. Hamid Clemenza. Okay. Do you want me to go back so you can look at that again? There was a fraud. There is a fraud going on, okay, guys, with these Palestinians. And because his mother, Harut's mother, is Palestinian, and father, they are Turkish Palestinian, some type of Syrian mixed with this type of people. And I'm not like them. I'm not one of them. So pay attention in here. Seller is a resident taxpayer. I cannot hold the phone at the same time and read. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it like this, even though I can do that. However, if I hold it and read it, it's gonna be a little bit. Okay, pay attention. So what happened? There was a mistake. Is this the same thing? Kind of. Pay attention also, people. If a lawyer there, I need a help. So there was a mistake again. And it's not even clear, the printing. State of New Jersey. And so this is something a lawyer has to help me. If what they need me to do, I don't know. I need an attorney who can help me with this. And if you help me, whatever you get from it, you can take it seriously. Okay, so there was a fraud. Okay, there is more. Oh no, that's the first page. Okay, guys, this is the fraud that's committed against me. Fraud after fraud. Fraud, everything is a fraud. Their eating is fraud, sleeping fraud, waking up fraud. Everything is a fraud. And my daughter is still a victim of labor trafficking, if not sex trafficking, because they were trafficking her when she was a baby. At this moment, I'm not sure, but I know that she's being labor trafficked to pay their bills. I know, she told me. She was working for free. They give her a piece of cheap food, and the food they gave her is a food that came frozen for his mom from the government, and she keeps that until it's rotten and nobody eats. Rotten food, they give it to my daughter Natalie. Hormones and unhealthy things that can produce health hazardous food.